There's no shortage of variety in digital cameras nowadays, with models designed to cater to a wide range of budgets and experience levels. These include conventional DSLR cameras with familiar ergonomics and large lens ecosystems, smaller mirrorless models with cutting-edge autofocus systems, and pocket-friendly point-and-shoots, not to mention more niche models like retro-chic rangefinder-style cameras and bridge cameras with built-in super zoom lenses. Though you will find hundreds or even thousands of them in the market, here are the top 6 best digital cameras. You will know why they are best after you watch the whole video about them. So let's get started. And don't forget to check the product link in the description. Number 1. GoPro HERO11. The GoPro HERO11 Black is the camera for video-first creators who want to document outdoor adventures, dives, extreme sports, or just vlog. It supports 5.3K 60 and 4K 120 resolution, records incredibly stable footage without the need for a gimbal, and is small enough to mount pretty much anywhere. The 8:7 format sensor offers flexibility to pull out 16:9 and 9:16 video from the same clip. Optional accessories like the Media Mod cage and microphone, as well as the ultra-wide max lens mod, make it a bit more versatile than budget action cams. We also like that it's waterproof to 33 feet. GoPro started as a brand for surfers, so if Point Break is your favorite movie, consider yourself in the target market. Video-first adventure seekers should find the HERO11 a good fit for slow-motion action shots. Meanwhile, vloggers should like the front-side color monitor and cool video features, such as moving time-lapse. GoPro updates its flagship Hero Black action camera on an annual schedule, so we've come to expect game-changing models to be followed with a few years of iterative updates. This year's HERO11 Black is the third version to use the current body style, but there are plenty of changes inside. Its sensor is nearly square, so you can pull out vertical or horizontal frames from the same clips, and the camera now supports horizon leveling without the need for an add-on lens. Other features include 5.3K 60 and 4K 120 video, rugged, waterproof construction, and tight integration with GoPro's cloud service. The HERO11 Black is a bit more capable all around than last year's model, and is our new editor's choice for action cams. Number 2. Canon EOS R7. The Canon EOS R7 is a mirrorless camera tailor-made for photographers who want to capture sports, wildlife, and other subjects that call for fast, accurate autofocus. And the R7 excels at identifying people, pets, wildlife, and race cars. The 32.5 MP APS-C format image sensor matches well with telephoto lenses, offers plenty of resolution for crops, and supports 4K 60 video for cinema and vlogs. Weather-protected, magnesium construction makes the R7 a camera you can take out into the world. The R7 is a good fit for photo enthusiasts and pros alike, especially those with an eye for action photography and a need for 15 frames per second subject tracking. As a main camera, the R7 is versatile enough for landscape and studio work, too, while video is an option for cinema projects. Family photographers may miss a built-in flash, however, and should look at the EOS R10 or Fujifilm X-T32 instead. We also see the EOS R7 as a good backup camera for pros with an EOS R5 or R3, as well as SLR holdouts looking to upgrade from an EOS 7D or 90D series body. The Canon EOS R7 is the spiritual successor to the company's well-regarded and long-running sports and wildlife specialist, the EOS 7D Mark II. The R7 swaps an optical viewfinder for an EVF, expands autofocus coverage across the entire frame, and boosts its accuracy with intelligent subject recognition for people, animals, and vehicles. A high-resolution sensor with 5-axis IBIS and support for 4K 60 video rounds out its feature set. The Canon EOS R7 brings the heat to competing APS-C cameras with its fast and accurate autofocus and flexible video tools, making it a fine choice for photographers and videographers alike. Number 3. Olympus TUF TG6. The Olympus TUF TG6 is the last high-quality TUF camera standing. Thankfully, it's good enough to earn our enthusiastic recommendation. The pocket-friendly snapshot cam is built to withstand drops and high-pressure environments, with a 50-foot underwater rating. The zoom lens is a bright f2 at the wide end with a 24mm angle for divers, and we especially love the option to add a macro light for close-up work. For many, a TUF camera is one you take with you when don't want to risk destroying your smartphone. The TG6 fits the bill and manages good picture quality to boot. The TG6 is the camera to get if you're a thrill seeker, outdoors enthusiast, or recreational diver in want of a pocketable, hard-to-destroy digital camera. It's our top recommendation if your eye is slanted towards still images over video, and especially if you love macros. The TG6 is a great close-up camera. Video fans chasing the POV look should opt for a GoPro HERO10 Black instead. Olympus has bested all other competition with its flagship waterproof TG series. Its latest entry, the TG6, $449, doesn't break far from the established confines of the series. It's a pocketable camera with a lens that makes it a decent low-light option, and a waterproof design rated to 50 feet. There aren't a lot of other waterproof cameras on the market these days, and while the TG6 doesn't offer huge gains over the TG5, it's still the best waterproof point-and-shoot you can get, and our editor's choice. The Olympus TUF TG6 is a modest update to our favorite underwater point-and-shoot camera thanks to its tough design, bright lens, and excellent macro capabilities. Number 4. Canon PowerShot. The Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III is the camera to get if you're looking for something other than a smartphone to use for photos and still prefer a pocket-friendly design. Its oversized Type 1 sensor and f1.8 f2.8 zoom lens can blur backgrounds without computational assistance, while it's made for photo ergonomics outclass phones. Pocket-friendly cameras may be a dying breed, but they have their proponents. If you don't like using your smartphone to snap photos, or are a flip phone devotee, it's a good idea to own a standalone camera. The G7X is a good fit for snapshooters who don't want to deal with manual settings or swappable lenses, and it includes a flip-forward screen for selfies. If you prefer a pocket camera with an EVF, consider a Sony RX100 series model. As good as the latest smartphones are, there are still plenty of reasons to use a dedicated pocket camera. Pros who reach for a big camera with changeable lenses for work may want something smaller for more casual outings. A smartphone may suffice for some, but if you prefer the ergonomics and the handling of a traditional camera, the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III, $749.99, is worth a look. It's not our absolute favorite in the category, but it is a very capable compact. If you can spend a bit more, think about our editor's choice, also from Canon, the $900 G5X Mark II, which has a bit more zoom power and an EVF. The Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III is a good pocket camera with a big 1-inch sensor, a bright zoom lens, and 4K video, but it faces strong competition from smartphones and cameras alike. Number 5. Canon EOS R10. The EOS R10 is the most affordable entry point to the EOS R system, but it offers much better than basic performance. We love its versatility as an easy-to-use automatic camera for beginners and a fully manual one for longtime enthusiasts. Creators of all skill levels can benefit from autofocus that can identify and track people, pets, birds and wildlife, and motorsports vehicles at a 15 frames per second pace. If you're stepping up from a Canon Rebel SLR, you can use the EOS R adapter to bring your current lenses along for the ride. Creators looking to jump into the EOS R system who put more preference on fast focus over the slower but full-frame EOS RP can look to the R10 as an affordable entry point. It's the mirrorless body that makes the most sense for EOS Rebel owners mulling an upgrade. We also prefer its autofocus to the X-T32, so you should opt for the R10 if you're into wildlife or sports photography. Although its EOS R system gained traction with pros and enthusiasts, Canon's entry to mid-level mirrorless ILCs haven't had quite the same level of mass-market success as its long-running EOS Rebel SLR family. The R10's autofocus system is smarter than that of any Rebel SLR and leverages a brisk burst rate to capture fast-moving subjects in sharp detail, while 4K 60 video is on board for vloggers and movie makers. The Canon EOS R10 wows with an autofocus system that smartly recognizes and tracks subjects, but older sensor tech keeps it from being the best camera you can buy at this price. Number 6. Panasonic LUMIX S5. The Panasonic LUMIX S5 is one of the more affordable full-frame cameras available, and we especially like its extra-wide 20 to 60mm kit zoom, which is particularly useful for cityscapes, landscapes, and vlogs. For the price, it's also hard to beat the full-frame 24MP photos and 10-bit 4K. We really love the way the S5 handles, too. On the downside, its L-mount lens system isn't as fully formed as rivals Canon or Sony. Its contrast detection focus system isn't as good for action shots as alternatives that rely on phase detection either. If you're looking to make vlogs and want the full-frame look, the S5 is a solid starting platform. Its front-facing screen, 5-axis sensor stabilization, and 10-bit 4K are all marks in its favor. For photography, the picture quality is excellent, and a 96MP multi-shot mode is an option for landscape, architectural, and macro specialists. For action, the 6 frames per second tracking focus system is limiting, though, so think about a fast crop sensor camera like the EOS R7, or a mid-range full-framer like the Sony a7 IV if you need more speed. Panasonic went big with its first-generation LUMIX S1 full-frame mirrorless camera, both in size and price, positioning it around $2,500, toward the high end of the range for a 24MP model. It's targeting a more entry-level market with the LUMIX S5, but instead of cutting back on features, the S5 is a bit more capable, offering improved video features and better autofocus. It's a great entry point for full-frame imaging, and a winner of our Editor's Choice Award. The Panasonic LUMIX S5 is a slimmer, more affordable full-frame camera, with loads of appeal for photographers shopping for an entry-level or mid-range model.